I think it's important for the lonely person and for the person reading about loneliness. It fixes it, it makes it clear, it works better for you if you've taken it out of your head and put it in front of you. Particularly written in this form, it makes you think about what you were thinking about.
I think it's important because when you make a poem, it reveals itself. It will often reveal stuff that you don't know that you know. That's one of the wonders of poetry, and you keep churning it out and churning it out and churning it out, and it keeps telling you, so you come out of it knowing a little bit more about it than you did when you went in, which, especially if you're on your own, is an amazing thing to do. You know.
Poetry often works in terms of understanding somebody else's very basic feelings that come through in all sorts of ways. I think everybody's had some experience of loneliness, so they recognise it when they read about it, but often they then get an experience of how it is for somebody else, and so I think it's good to talk about it because maybe somebody else sees it differently or feels it differently, but you still know that you share that experience.
There's one that stuck with me, out of a poem called Here in the Room of His Life. And it's a strange thing, but just a few lines in, it said, the cat sleeps on radiators or in boxes on dark shelves. And I could see it, and therefore wanted to read more of the poem.
And there's this one poem called I Shall Arise and Go Now, which takes a line from W.B. Yeats, which is I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. And it kind of brings the grandeur of Yeats's poetry to something which is actually very domestic, and it sort of elevates a domestic situation to something almost archetypal.
Too soon lengthening shadows ripple across the pebbled strand, too soon yellow leaves fall like silence. Wearing an ill-fitting coat of solitude, a man should be alone only at sea. He padlocks the smokehouse door. There's something wonderful and grand about that, and at the same time very simple, strong. Yeah.
That whole poem is lovely.
Yes, it is. I thought the best poems had a slightly different slant on loneliness, or they showed it in a different way. Yeah, I almost
that's the trouble with this list. Every time you look at it, you want to change the order.
The whole poem is quite beautiful. I would have been proud to have written it.
It's got a very original take on the theme of loneliness, and it unravels slowly during the poem, the loneliness, and you suddenly realise what it's about. It's very, very confidently written. There's hardly a word wasted in it. It feels as if there's a lot in it, but it's actually not a very long poem. And it's just very, very evocative, and it just gets better and better each time you read it and hear it.
You can feel that it's carved out of stone almost. I love it, and I've been attracted to it right from the beginning.
Thank you to everyone who entered the Loneliness Project as part of Mice and Men show. The winner is...
Storytelling by Sacha Palmer.